And with that, we say welcome inside Chaska High School. It's a Saturday matinee in Section 2-4A here for boys hoops between the home Chaska Hawks, who come in the number 5 team in the state, and the visiting Minnetonka Skippers. Eric Krauscher joins me this afternoon. I'm Ryan Paul. It's great that you've joined us this afternoon, Eric, as well as everybody out there watching.
It gets to be about this time of the year where it gets really nice out on Saturdays, and usually it's section playoff time that we're inside when it's gorgeous out, but this is going to be a nice quick game, I think, and we're going to get back into that sunshine. But another great Section 2 matchup here.
Dana Coleman and the Chaska Hawks come in winners of 4 straight. They only have 1 conference game left, Eric, before they hit a massive non-conference schedule to finish out the year.
Yeah, and massive in terms of being able to lock down that number 1 seed. Right now it's them and Shakopee for that number 1 seed, and if you can pick up wins against Eden Prairie, Edina, then you end with number 2 Wayzata, number 1 Minnetonka Academy. If you can steal one of those somehow, you're sitting pretty looking at that number 1 seed.
Minnetonka has one of the best coaches in the state, Bryce Tesdall. They come in at 4-8. Coach Tesdall in his second season, Eric. This is a down year for the Skippers. They had a down year last year in Coach Tesdall's first year, but things are looking up for the Minnetonka program.
Well, you can't turn around a program in 1 year because it starts, and I remember last year looking, watching Bryce's Twitter account. He was attending 4th grade games, and he's only got a little one in his house. So he's doing the little things at the younger programs to get them. You hope to build a winner, but you look at this team, and they have 3 seniors, and all of their top scorers are all either freshmen, sophomores, or juniors. So really, it's about building each year, and they've swept Hopkins this year. So first time since 2013-14. So they're doing some good things, and they give most teams a really good game.
Hopkins, obviously, one of the 2 teams that Chaska's lost to this year. The Hawks' only conference loss came to Robbinsdale Cooper. And these 2 teams getting ready to do battle here tonight. Chaska's non-conference schedule that we spoke of earlier has Minnetonka this afternoon, Eden Prairie, Edina, number 2 Wayzata, and then the top team in Class 3A Minnetonka Academy to round out the season. Chaska will be without Jacoby Lyles tonight, their 6th man off the bench. He's out with an illness. Matthew Coleman also out after injuring his ankle a few weeks ago. So Chaska a little bit short-handed here tonight. Brady Nicholson will be back in the starting lineup at the 5. Opening tip won by Luke Strazzani and Chaska, and we are underway here from Chaska High School on Saturday afternoon. Ryan Paul and Eric Krauscher with you here on the Kristen Nicholson Realty Chaska Hawks Broadcast Network. Jack Frick trying his hand right off the bat straight away, just off the front iron, no good. The Skippers with the rebound here. All white uniforms for Bryce Tesdall and Minnetonka, blue numbering and trimming. They have the ball at the top of the key. Jalen Kane, team's leading scorer, rolls off a screen. Shut down on the far wing by Jack Frick, though. Here's Vlad Chibutaru at the top. Off to Stefanowicz. Now over for Chase McPherson. Picks up his dribble outside. Back to Chibutaru for 3, and it's good for Vlad Chibutaru. His first points of the night. The 16-point tonight scorer gets Minnetonka on the board.
Yeah, he came on last year as a sophomore, and he's just more consistent this year. Just a great outside shooter.
Spencer spins around for a pair at the other end, pulls Chaska back within 1. A minute in here, and we have a bucket apiece. Minnetonka with the 1-point lead. Kane near side, averages just under 20 points per night. Number 2 in white, just a sophomore. Got a foul called on the far side. Spencer gets called for holding, and it'll give Minnetonka a baseline inbound.
Yeah, that's going to be the guy to watch for this Minnetonka team is Jalen Kane. He's just very explosive, gets to the hoop, can also shoot the 3, and so he's really their primetime player. And again, he started as a freshman last year, and that second year is where you really see guys rise, and some of these guys have done that.
Floater from Chibutaru from 10, and it's good.
Well, I warned you, you're going to have to know how to pronounce that name, and so far that's true.
Chibutaru averaged just under 5 last year. A big improvement this year with 16 points per night. Nicholson down low, finds Tennessee Fawson open in the corner. Dishes around for Strazzani, who skips through the lane up for 2 after contact.
I think back in my last decade, and it's really hard to come up with somebody who's better at going to the hoop like that than Luke Strazzani.
Fadeaway no good from the Skippers. 16 to play first half from Chaska High School here. Saturday afternoon basketball brought to you by Kristen Nicholson and Edina Realty. Trezani far side enters down for Brady Nicholson. In the paint, posts up. Can't get it to drop though, and Chaska comes up empty.
And that's an area Chaska really wants to work on in this game. Minnetonka's game is from the outside. Their guard play, they're just not that strong at the post, and so Brady Nicholson should get chances there. He was in deep on that one.
Hawks without post Jacoby Lyles tonight. Offensive rebound for Vince Brown, puts it back up. The 6'6" senior, his first point tonight. I was saying Jacoby Lyles is out tonight with an illness. Won't see him tonight. Brady Nicholson will have a work cut out for him down in the paint. Missed layup by Struzani going to the hole. Rebound for the Skippers. Yeah,
really. I mean, it'll be interesting to see what Coach Coleman does. I mean, Minnetonka's lineup, it'll allow them to go 4 guards. You know, if you count Getz as the 1 forward, a lot of times when Nicholson has to sit. But Spencer's going to be playing a lot of minutes this night because, I mean, you look across and there's a couple guys with their jerseys, their warm-ups off that are ready to come in, and they're both, off guards.
Can expect to see a lot of Cam Wally tonight. Cam
Wall.
Wall tonight.
Hap told me, and I knew that. I've talked to his dad.
Why didn't you tell me?
Well, it's a long way from soccer.
I've always been heard it was Wally. Told it was Wally.
There's an E at the end, right? I mean, it makes sense. Cameron Wall.
Trezani, the starting guard, no good, but he gave Fossen an opportunity to put back. Couldn't finish. Chaska still down 3 here with 14 and a half and change. Up top, Kane, long 3, just off the front ring. No good. Rebound for Struzani.
It's one of those things where when I type somebody's name in the paper for like the entire season wrong, and then they tell me at the end of the season, I'm like,
Frick, the behind-the-back pass. The lefty Brady Nicholson pulls up from 10, and it's good. Chaska within 1.
Good pace early on. 4 minutes in, and both teams are getting into the style of basketball they want, and so we're looking at a very exciting game here.
Outside, Stefanowicz, the 6-foot freshman. 11 points tonight. Dishes around for Chibutaru. Back on the far side for Stefanowicz. Entry pass for Vince Brown. Brown against Nicholson. Gets shut down there. McPherson on the near wing. Jalen Kane and the Minnetonka Skippers slowing things up here. Only 1 foul to this point so far. 13:40 to play first half. Chibutaru to Kane, going against Frick, driving through. A couple extra steps go uncalled. Loose ball, still up in the air, and the Hawks finally come down with it. Struzani driving, up with it, contact, and it's a foul. 2 shots coming up for the Chaska senior Luke Struzanti. One foul in the game, and people are already asking for it to be called both ways. There's a confusion on who the foul was called on.
Should be 24.
It should be 24. No, they call it against.
Yep,
they do get 24. Luke Struzani, team's leading scorer, just over 15 per contest through 12. Misses the front end of the free throw. We'll see our first substitution. Zach Schaefer will come into the game, replace Fossen at the point guard position.
Yeah, and Schaefer's one of those guys that ever since he's come back from that ankle injury, more and more time asserting himself not only defensively but a bucket here and there, and so he's being rewarded with some additional time.
Struzani hits the second end of the free throw, and it's a tie ball game at 7 with 13:22 to go. Stefanowicz rolling off for Kane. Kane pulls up from long range, and it trickles just out. Rebound by Nicholson, who vacates for Struzani. Frick, out of bounds, hit off Coach Bryce Tesdall, who was standing out of bounds, and that gives the ball to Minnetonka.
That's a tough break.
Yes, it is. 13 minutes to play. Chaska winners of 5 straight against Minnetonka. Most recently last year in a 3-point regular season matchup. Third year in a row these teams will meet in the regular season. Zach Schaefer, the most undersized guy on the court, gets the defensive rebound for Chaska, and he pushes across the timeline. Up top for the big man, Brady Nicholson. Far side corner for Jack Frick. Back up top, Chaska will reset. Hawks swinging around. Now they enter it in for Nicholson. Nicholson with the size advantage down low, and he can't finish. Rebound goes to Vince Brown, and it's a foul against Chaska.
Hope it's on Nicholson. If it's on Getz, it's his second. Nope,
they do get Nicholson.
Okay.
Third foul of the game, second on the Hawks. See a couple subs for Minnetonka here. Cohen Kellogg into the game for the Skippers, as well as Will Keppen, junior and a freshman.
Yeah, Kellogg was a starting point guard for this team last year, so he's got a lot of experience handling the basketball. So nice complimentary guard off the bench for Minnetonka.
Chibutaru rolls off up top. Kellogg guarded by the shifty Zach Schaefer at the 28-foot line. Brown rolls off a screen. Kellogg keeps though. Up top, Chibutaru handed his face from Getz. Crosses over, steps back at the free throw line. Good defense by the Chaska senior Spencer Getz though to shut him down. Under 12 to go here. Keppen back to Chibutaru at the top. Minnetonka can't get any open looks here. Chaska and Minnetonka tied at 7. Kane, the sophomore, surveying his options. Brown pulls out for a screen, but Kane shut down once again. Minnetonka some confusion up at the top. Chibutaru, near side now for Keppen. Kane on the wing, finally an entry pass for Brown. Picked up by Nicholson. Brown elects not to go to the hoop though, dishes out for Cohen. Cohen to Kane for 3, left it well short. Rebound, finally grabbed by the Hawks, Jack Frick. 11 to play, first half. Schaefer, far side. Back up top for Strazzanti.
Mismatch with Getz here.
Getz down low, no good. Brady Nicholson, the offensive rebound, puts it back up for 2. The Chaska junior, who's coming off a career-high 20 against Benilde earlier this week, gets on the board and puts Chaska ahead.
Yeah, he's asserted himself. That's his 4th shot already, so it's a good sign.
Foul called on the baseline. We'll give Minnetonka inbound. And called against Jack Frick, it's first. Cam Wall will enter the game and replace Strazzani. Wall through 3 games, averaging just over a point in each of them. Skippers at the top, the freshman Keppen. Far side, hard screen set by Durenberger. He has it in the paint and scores. Right off the bench, Jacob Durenberger, the 6'5" senior, gets 2 and ties the game. 10 and change left here, first half. Ryan Paul, Eric Krauscher with you on the Kristen Nicholson Edina Realty Chaska Hawks Broadcast Network. Frick skipping through to the paint for 2. Hawks back on top.
The way he's been shooting from outside, it's a strong move to go to the hoop there. Shows the versatility of Jack. 2 years ago as a sophomore was predominantly a 3-point shooter, but he's done a nice job of adding that to his game, especially this year.
Kellogg at the top, had Durenberger rolling off a screen. Chaska playing good D so far here. Just under 10 minutes in. Near side for Keppen. He's picked up by the junior Wall. Kane through the paint. Cashes in, +1. They're going to get Brady Nicholson for a second foul, I believe.
Could be Frick, actually.
Might be Frick, and it would be a second foul anyway. They do get Frick, and it's his second foul. He'll quickly exit. Luke Strazzani will have to come back in. Kane finishes the 1-and-1 at the free throw line. And Minnetonka's back up a point. Schaefer to Strazzani near side. Getz posting up down low against Kane. Spinning around, fading away for two. So Spencer Getz gives Chaska the lead back.
Yeah, if Getz is being guarded by Kane, that's going to be a matchup that we want to utilize going against here the rest of the half.
Kane. Keppen. Keppen gets rid of it for Kellogg now.
I mean, it's incredible that you have Spencer Getz, who's your grit, under the basket type guy sometimes. And now he's gone from guarding Chibatari to Kane. You know, they're two, starting, guards,
right,
per se.
Down low, Getz has it. Nicholson outside, trying, and he bangs it in. Brady Nicholson pulls Chaska ahead 2 buckets.
Yeah, and, Minnetonka, their size, they're more under the basket types of guys, and so Brady Nicholson pulls out, and he found himself wide open and said, okay, I'm going to shoot.
Getz strips Kane, ball's still loose on the floor. Wall going at it with Kellogg, still loose, and finally we get a held ball call. Minnetonka with the arrow. Chibutaru back out of the floor after the melee at the top. And Minnetonka comes away with the basketball. Kellogg playing the guard, back off for Chibutaru, the 6'2 junior. Out to the point for McPherson. Chibutaru picked up by Getz now. Wall picking up Stefanowicz, forces him to get rid of it. Stefanowicz back up at the top now. Screen set by McPherson. Stefanowicz from 5.
Yeah, that's the first time he's taken a shot here, and he's had some real big games. That 20-point mark, 26 against Hopkins and Armstrong. But then he's had a game where he hasn't scored, so way to assert himself.
Nicholson to Schaefer in the corner, left short though. Chaska now with a 2-point lead with 7:15 to go. Chibutaro rolling off a screen. Durenberger straight away, no good. Rebound by Wall for the Hawks. Getz takes baseline. Up, contact, count it. Spencer Getz. Chance for 3, and with 7 minutes left, pull Chaska ahead by 5.
How about the fact that we're 11 minutes in and both Getz and Nicholson are still playing without a sub right now. That's a great sign. I mean, especially for Brady to be effective here 11 minutes into a shift.
Normally a scenario where we'd see Jacoby Lyles check in, but he's obviously out tonight. So the Chaska Bigs having to go the extra couple minutes here early in the first half. Stefanowicz trying to draw contact against Wall, and he does. Puts it through, so another chance for a 3-point play. They'll count the basket and say Cam Wall was there for contact. Could have been a no call. Good way to draw the contact though from Andy Stefanowicz. The freshman, strong start to his season so far. Double digits per night with 11 points per game. 2 26-point outings this year for the freshman. Hopkins and Armstrong, and he cashes in on the 3-point play, making it just a 1-point deficit now.
You got a name for 25? He's about a foot shorter than Brady Nicholson, I can tell you that. New player for Chaska that I have not called name. Maddox
Foss.
Brother of Quincy Foss, who graduated last year.
Blocked by Getz, but they say he caught him with the body. 2 free throws coming up for Vlad Chibutaru. No, they call it against Wall. First one, no good.
It's one of those fouls as a referee, you go, maybe I shouldn't have blown the whistle, I think, and you take whatever criticism you're going to get and just swallow it. I think it was one of those ones where he just assumed there was going to be a foul, but he did not call it on Spencer Getz. He called it underneath on Wall.
Wow.
And 2 missed free throws, so the rim doesn't lie, right?
No harm off the foul. 1-point game. Good flow so far. Chaska with 6 fouls, Tonka with 2. Couple Chaska Hawks with 2 personal fouls. Tennessee Fossen back in the game, enters for Nicholson. Nicholson harassed down low, finds Fossen streaking through for 2. Chaska back up by 3.
Boy, the Denver Nuggets could have used Tennessee Fossen on that on the end of the game scenario a couple nights ago.
Stefanowicz entering for
by Brady
Brown, but as Eric said, Brady Nicholson pokes it away. Foss, one man to beat, couldn't finish though. It's off of the hands of McPherson. Chaska ball. Good to see some students here tonight, Eric.
It's always fun. I was remarking with the boys last night on the Chanhassen hockey broadcast that it's always a little more excitement when you're with friends, playing in front of friends.
I'd say there's 10 students, Chaska students here.
Back-to-back nights for Coles Zweifel. That's a good box out by Spencer Getz.
Getz draws the foul against Minnetonka's number 33. That's Vince Brown. First foul against him. And
just the 3rd foul.
Yeah, they were going to shoot 1-on-1 free throws.
Looked at the wrong side.
Couple of miscommunications between the officials so far tonight.
It's a tough look up to the sky, I think. I mean,
Nicholson couldn't finish though. A lot of contact at the rim goes uncalled on that one. Stefanowicz pulling up, nothing but air, and the ball goes out of bounds. Chaska basketball.
Those are one of the ones that you learn as a freshman. I can get it at any point. Next time he's not taking that shot so early into possession.
Stefanowicz, as I said, 11 points per game through his first 11. Minnetonka lost their top 3 scorers from last year. Cam Steele, a big loss for them. O'Connor and Gaffney, the other 2, and Brady Nicholson connects from the near side for 3. Chaska 22-17 lead. Skippers last year were 12-15, as we said in the pregame. Coach Tesdall's first year with double-digit losses for Bryce Tesdall as a head coach.
Well, welcome to the Lake Conference.
Right, exactly. Obviously, he was previously at Eastview, had great success there. Before then, Eastridge, yep, you're right. Before then, New Prague. Spencer gets to the hole for Chaska, gets the members bounce in. Timeout Minnetonka with 4:10 to go. Bryce Tesdall calls time. Chaska pulling ahead here. Back from Chaska High School here on a Saturday afternoon. Ryan, Paul, Eric Krauscher with you here on the Kristen Nicholson Real Estate Chaska Hawks Broadcast Network. Want to know how your home compares to the rest? Reach out to Kristen Nicholson at 952-293-3054 or Kristen Nicholson at edinarealty.com for a complimentary market analysis. Minnetonka coming out of the timeout, Eric. Their largest deficit of the night, 24-17.
Yeah, they've just kind of gotten away from what was working early on. You know, Chibatari was doing a nice job. He had the first 5, and credit Chaska's defense though. I mean, they're right on these guys. I mean, they have not had an open shot here since those opening minutes. They're really doing a good job of contesting Kane. So, yeah, I mean, I'd welcome to Chaska. Playing against Chaska, it's very, very frustrating. They're sitting at 17 points with 4 minutes to go in the first half.
Chaska allowing just 46 points through 12 games. Long 2 pull-up from Kane is off. Minnetonka shooting struggles continue.
That's a frustration. I can't get to the hoop. I can't move. So I got to just force something up. And, you know, again, that's what we see all the time against Chaska, team offensively against Chaska. We saw it against Hopkins. I mean, they at times really struggled to shoot the ball.
Gets on the baseline, awkward angle, finds Nicholson. One more to Fossen in the corner, just off. Rebound by Stefanowicz. He pushes ahead with speed, but slows up outside the arc, allows Chaska to get into their defense. Minnetonka's going to need some transition points if they want to get back into this game. Kane outside, beat Fossen to the hole. Nicholson looked like he might have got an arm on him, but no call, and it's a basket for Jalen Kane, the sophomore.
Yeah, I mean, it's like we're not calling those type of plays, but you're getting little touches and stuff. That's a foul right there on the body.
Nicholson falling down. Loose ball, and we get a kick ball called on Stefanowicz. That's going to give Chaska the basketball, as Stefanowicz kicked it underneath, and the Hawks get away with what could have potentially been a breakout for the Skippers.
Yeah, Kane was well down the court. Boston ran to the locker room.
Tennessee Fossen to the locker room. Get you an update on that. Luke Strazzani fresh off the bench for 2. Chaska up 26-19 now. Kane, far side. Back to Keppen, the 6'1 freshman. 2 freshmen already in the game for Bryce Tesdahl here tonight. As we said, the Skippers lost their top 3 scorers from last year. Chaska returns Luke Strazzani, who was their leading point getter last year. Kellogg walked with it. Two and change here. 26-19, the Hawks lead. Foss, far side to Nicholson, posting up. Double teamed. Back outside. Strazzani to the hole, and they count it. Push from behind for the and one. The scoreboard's just gone out. Now it's back up. There we go.
Somebody hit the light switch.
Yep. Strazzani, as they count the bucket, will go to the free throw line to try to pull Chaska ahead by double digits for the first time tonight. Tennessee Fossen's return to the bench for Chaska. A little delay here getting the free throw administered.
Getting the mass up. That's a third pass from Brady Nicholson that went. 2 of them went for scores. You know, another one was Fossen in the corner, almost hit a 3. So that's another thing that Brady, you know, he's very aware. He's, you know, the traditional big guy. You know, that's not Brady. You know, it's that back to the basket type player. He can go outside. He can do a little bit of everything, and it's really shown in this game.
Brown, hands off for Kellogg, who returns for Keppen now. Stefanowicz, I'm sorry, this is Chibutaru, who backs off against Getz. Rolling off is Durenberger. Chibutaru's going to take it himself and cash in from the wing for 3. Chaska with a steam. Loses the ball. Back to Strazzani now, though. Entry pass for Getz. They're going to say Chibutaru was holding down low on the post move by Getz. Basket's not going to count, but the Hawks get the ball on the baseline.
They're trying to figure out who can guard Getz in this small lineup, and because they have Durenberger on Nicholson, so they tried Kane, they tried Chibutaro, Yeah, that's definitely a difficult matchup. We're still not in 1-1, guys.
We had lined up for the 1-1, but it's still not the 1-1. Only the 5th foul against Minnetonka, so it's a baseline inbound pass.
It was well before the shot. They had him on the hold.
Chaska gets it in after a brief delay. 1:15 to go. Gets down low, had nobody in front of him for 2. Chaska back up 8. Minnetonka really struggling to shut down the Hawks senior.
Yeah, Getz has got such great touch off the glass there. There was bodies, just nothing in his face.
Under a minute to play here. Minnetonka's Keppen trying his hand, and he drains it. So back-to-back possessions with a 3 for Bryce Tesdahl and the Skippers, and they're within 5. See if the Hawks hold for the last shot. Dana Coleman's history says they will. Strazani pulls out near the timeline onto the logo where Fawcett has it.
Until there's a shot clock in high school basketball, Dana Coleman will run one shot under a minute.
Chibutaru guards Fossen outside. Now to Foss, who's seeing significant minutes for the first time here at home this year. We approach 10 seconds left. 5-point game. Getz outside with 6. Strazani rolling. Getz pulls up from 10. Unsuccessful though. Ball's loose. Getz at the horn and he hits it. Getz with the tap back at the horn, and it puts Chaska up 7 after 18 minutes of play.
That play right there, Spencer Getz capitalized, over 4 years. I mean, he just finds a way to do things. And that's, again, 18 minutes into a shift. He's able to, play some defense and then get down the court, drive to the hoop, get his own miss, score. So always fun to watch, Spencer Getz.
Chaska looking for their 3rd regular season win in a row against Minnetonka. When we come back, the second half of action on the Kristen Nicholson Real Estate Chaska Hawks Broadcast Network.
Good evening to all of you watching tonight. I'm Kristen Nicholson, realtor with Edina Realty and proud sponsor of Chaska Hawks basketball. I've had the privilege of living and working in this community for the past 20 years, as well as watching both of my boys, Cole and Brady, grow up as Chaska Hawks basketball players. Working in Chaska and the surrounding communities has given me the opportunity to open new doors for many new homeowners. Opening new doors just isn't about the process of buying and selling real estate. It's truly understanding the individual needs of each and every client and working to not only meet those expectations, but exceed them. From start to finish, I believe in providing a positive experience that puts you as the priority. Thank you for supporting Chaska basketball. From my home to yours, enjoy the game.
from Chaska High School here. Got about 90 seconds left. Ryan, Paul, Eric Krauscher. Eric, a competitive first half, 32-25 the halftime score.
Yeah, Minnetonka got off to a great start and found some open buckets, but, you know, Chaska righted the ship defensively and made it really tough. And if not for those last 2 3-pointers, you know, late in the half for Minnetonka, it could probably be a double-digit effort.
Strong showing from Spencer Getz so far. He stepped up as Jacoby Lyles has been out, Chaska's third big. Spencer Getz, the seniors, had a great night, 12 first half points.
Yeah, and he's tried to assert himself because, again, Minnetonka generally plays that 4-guard style, and so if Brady Nicholson's on the floor, their big is guarding him, so he's found some space down low and, you know, tried to be more offensive this game.
Minnetonka struggled to get anything going offensively. What do you think they're going to adjust here in the second half?
Well, I mean, I think it starts with the point guard, Stefanovic. You know, he got some open looks, but you got to make the guys around you better. They stalled their offense a little bit at times. They didn't really move the ball very well. So it really starts with him trying to get past the defense, kicking outside for open looks. So, I mean, that's where I would try to start with, not just playing perimeter basketball, but inside, outside.
Chaska's Luke Strazzani held to 7 points in the first half. Jack Frick only 2 points. So Minnetonka playing solid defense outside the arc, but I mean, that ball gets within 10 feet, and Chaska's basically got a guaranteed bucket.
Yeah, and you look at Jack Frick, he sat on the bench at least the last 9-10 minutes with 2 fouls. So you're going to see him come out and, you know, try to assert himself offensively because he's been their go-to player over the last couple of weeks. And, yeah, you add his three-point shooting, and it's going to open up even more for Brady and Spencer down low.
Chaska will get the ball to start this second half, and with a 32-25 lead, we will send it back down to the court. Chaska will get the basketball. Bryce Tesdall still with his team here in the halftime huddle. Again, we appreciate you tuning in this afternoon. The 2021 spring real estate market is already here. Now it's time to get your home buying and selling plans in place. Put Kristen Nicholson's experience and expertise into work for you. Call 952-239-3054 or email Kristen Nicholson at edinarealty.com for a complimentary market analysis. Thank Kristen Nicholson and all of our sponsors for their support all season long. Jack Frick will inbound to Tennessee Fossen here to start out the second half, and the final 18 minutes of regulation are underway. Getz has it out top. Game high 12 in the first half. Nicholson down low, dominates the post for 2. Back to 9 for Chaska.
There's nothing better when you draw something up out of halftime to execute it perfectly and get the bucket. Then that's exactly what Chaska did there.
Guard. Tennessee Fossen face guards outside. Shibutaru tries his hand for 3, no good. Brady Nicholson up for the rebound. 30 seconds in here. Chaska has a chance to get another double-digit lead up on Tonka here. Gets down low, spinning around. Looking for Frick on the far side. Jack Frick's 3 is long, off the backboard. Rebound by Shibutaru. Down low, Chaska steals. Good defensive play from Spencer Getz. Hawks have 2-on-1. Gets up off the glass. Count it for 2 and 1.
When he hit that three-point line, you just knew that was going to happen, right? I mean, it's almost like just give the basket or take the foul and not let it happen.
Second foul on Shibutaru, and he'll exit. That's a big loss for Minnetonka. We'll see how long Coach Bryce Tesdall has his second leading scorer on the bench.
That's a teaching moment.
Getz misses the +1 free throw, and 1 minute in here, Chaska back up by 11. Down low, Minnetonka, miscommunication. Will Keppen was trying to get it to his big Vince Brown, but instead wound up in the hands of Chaska. Luke Strazzani comes back down, manning the point for Chaska. Down low, Nicholson, who had 9 first half points. Again, he's coming off a career high 20 in Benilde on Tuesday. He goes up, is fouled, and count the basket. What a start to the second half for Chaska.
Well, I love that because Brady had Jack Frick wide open in the corner, and 9 times out of 10, he does make that skip pass to Jack, but he understands that right now the post is his game, and nobody can stop him down there. He did a nice job of just keep backing in without an offensive foul and converting the easy bucket.
Free throw missed, and it's a 13-point lead, the largest of the night for the Hawks. Kepin, the freshman, down low. Minnetonka's inexperience starting to show a little bit here. Driving through, out of bounds, off of Fossen. Good tap to strip Stefanowicz as he was going to the hole. Durenberger will check back in at the post for Minnetonka, the 6'5 senior. Skippers have a pair of 6'5", 6'6 seniors down low, but other than that, they're pretty young on the outside.
Yeah, and they both didn't play hardly at all last year, if at all. And so, you know, it's a big adjustment as a big to come in as a senior. Yeah, both of them are seniors too. So
floater from Stefanowicz doesn't go. Rebound by Tennessee, Fossen, and Chaska.
Gotcha.
Sorry, some technical difficulties there.
Let me just talk
Sound
louder.
good? There you go. Let's say something sounded a little. The masks make everything so difficult. Back on the basketball floor, Brady Nicholson trying again up off the glass, and it's in. Nicholson up to double-digit points. He's got 13. 40-25. Chaska dominating the start of this second half. To the hole, Kane blocked. Chaska gets the rebound. Good hustle play from Tennessee Fossen to keep it from going out of bounds.
Just active hands on the defensive end for Chaska.
Nicholson again from Strazzani. He's got 3 in a row. What a week for Brady Nicholson. Timeout, Bryce Tesdall, under 15 to play. Brady Nicholson, after a career-high 20 earlier this week, has 6 points to start out the second half.
Good evening to all of you watching tonight. I'm Kristen Nicholson, realtor with Edina Realty and proud sponsor of Chaska Hawks basketball. I've had the privilege of living and working in this community for the past 20 years, as well as watching both of my boys, Cole and Brady, grow up as Chaska Hawks basketball players. Working in Chaska and the surrounding communities has given me the opportunity to open new doors for many new homeowners. Opening new doors just isn't about the process of buying and selling real estate. It's truly understanding the individual needs of each and every client and working to not only meet those expectations, but exceed them. From start to finish, I believe in providing a positive experience that puts you as the priority. Thank you for supporting Chaska basketball. From my home to yours, enjoy the game.
Back in action from Chaska High School here, coming out of the timeout. Coach Bryce Tesdall's team down 42-25 here. Their largest deficit of the night, and he calls time to talk things over. Eric, what's the message in that Minnetonka huddle right now?
Well, I mean, they just haven't had many shots because they've turned the ball over, on multiple possessions. And, Chaska's got active hands, from all different players. And so it's about being smart with the basketball and understanding that when you're down, you need to shoot the basketball and have good looks, and can't do that if you turn the ball over.
Frick switches off. Down low now, Durenberger rolls off a screen, but it's outside for Kepin, who tries from the opposite wing for 3. So Kepin's second 3 of the night is good, and Minnetonka back to 42-28.
Yeah, you're seeing why he was listed on the JV roster, but he's going to be a full-time varsity guy now. He's got a really nice touch.
Nicholson down low. They say the shot didn't go off. It's a foul against Durenberger in the paint. Third foul against Minnetonka this half. Chaska still yet to be called for any in this second half. Baseline inbound for Strazzani and the Chaska Hawks. Looking for their 11th win of the year. Come in with only 2 losses, one to Hopkins, who Minnetonka's beaten twice, and then Robbinsdale Cooper. Strazzani sells the shoulder contact pretty well. Draws the foul, and it's the 4th against the Skippers this half.
He's just long and lanky where you can, contort a body to make it look like there was more contact than there was.
4th foul against the 6'6 senior Vincent Brown. Catches the inbounds, hesitates, but goes back up for 2. 44-28 the score now. Want to give a shout out to the TC Hoop Czar who's watching tonight. Although we do have to inform you that you made a scoring error in the first half.
1 point. Oof.
Gosh. Brady Nicholson had 9 first half points, Czar. Do appreciate you tuning in, watching this 2-4-A matinee here on the Chaska Hawks Broadcast Network, brought to you by Kristen Nicholson Real Estate.
Here's the thing, though. Are you saying that he's wrong?
Or we could say that the scorer is wrong.
Amy Van Epps, was she off
We'll
a point?
let, let them duke it out. Kellogg spinning around, no good. Rebound by Kellogg himself, though, but he was on the purple line, and it's out of bounds. Good atmosphere here tonight. I should say this afternoon, Eric. We mentioned the sun shining through the 5 glass windows opposite us.
Well, 4 of the 5.
Well, there's
1, 2, oh yeah, I guess
5, and then one of them goes into a hallway.
Apparently
so.
I'm not great with
that Highland Park math.
Yeah, you got it. That was voted in 1999 as the best excuse for the class of 99.
Bank shot from Chibutaru's no good. Out of bounds, they say the Hawks were last to touch, and it's Minnetonka ball. Zach Schaefer will come back in. Cam Wall's on the floor for the Hawks, so they're going small here. With Schaefer and Wall running the guards, as well as starting guard Luke Strazzani. Ball's in for Vince Brown, who we'll see a lot of here in these final 13-22, as Durenberger has 4 fouls. Kellogg guarded by Schaefer, screen coming. Puck switched momentarily, but Brady Nicholson rolls off to guard the post again. Getz continues his strong defensive play, stripping Chibutaru temporarily. Skippers get the ball back to Kane. Had a quiet night so far, just 5 first half points for the Skippers' leading scorer.
Minnetonka is absolutely frustrated. They just are not finding anything offensively.
Gets the strip and gets the other end for the score. 18-point game.
If Coach Coleman, he's gonna, if he ever needs a, game film to watch for Chaska right now for the rest of the season, he can bottle this one up because again, it starts at the defensive end. They've done such a great job defensively, and that's really led to transition basketball.
They're going to say Luke Strazzani came through a screen. I have no idea what that call is.
He flopped his arm out again.
He was trying to draw an illegal screen, but there's no foul for running around a screen. I'm not sure about that one.
Well, you can call push through a screen, can't you?
I don't think he displaced him, though. Whatever, game moves on. Only the second foul against Chaska. Strazzani blocks Kane and gets the rebound for Chaska. Here he's trying to sell contact again. Brady Nicholson sets a screen in the backcourt. Now these two are doing some acting on each other, and they get Kane. Oscar winning possession there from both Kane and Strazzani.
No, that's also a bit of frustration that, I didn't get the call on the other end, and, but they got everyone charged up in here. And
Luke Strazzani will sit. Dana Coleman going to let him cool down a little bit.
That's probably a good idea. And he's going right to the scorer's table.
Andrew Martinson going to do some coaching. Wall outside, the junior guard. Seeing the majority of his varsity minutes for the season come tonight, as Ben Carter and Matthew Coleman, the 2 guards ahead of him, are both out. Matthew Coleman obviously suffered that tough-looking ankle injury last week against Cooper. Wall in the corner, just off for 3.
And there's that skip pass that I was talking to. Usually it's Jack Frick over there, and Brady, again, has just really great vision to find that pass all the time.
Kellogg for 3. Kellogg's
First
got,
bucket.
yeah,
First bucket of the game.
first bucket. Rebound by Vince Brown, pushing ahead with speed for Chibutaru in transition. Kane up and he's fouled. They say Frick caught him with the body. Kane didn't have the angle for the layup, but got bailed out by Jack Frick contacting him down low.
Hey, here's the thing. I know Frick's got 2 fouls, but you never want to give an uncontested layup. 5-0 run here for Minnetonka, that would be. So it's a good foul. He's ready for a sub anyway. 4th
foul for Frick, so Strazzani will re-enter. And Tennessee Fossen will also come back in. Kane's free throw is far too short. Jalen Kane, the 6'1 sophomore, 18.4 per night. Career high 30 versus Edina earlier this year. Averaged just under 8 per game last year for the Skippers as a freshman. Cashes in on the second free throw. (46-32), 11:09 to play. Schaefer to Getz on the baseline. Finding Fossen on the far side. Chaska swinging things around here. Brady Nicholson working the post down low. Schaefer looking to facilitate, finds Fossen. Entry pass for Getz going against Kane. Getz finds it. What a night for the Chaska senior.
Has he missed?
I don't think so.
I mean, my goodness, he might have missed one early on. Well, he did take that floater right before half and then got his own rebound. But, man, he's just been, those floaters have been just perfect, right on.
Kellogg against Schaefer. Dishes outside for Kane. Foss will check back in at the next dead ball. 10:24 to go. Stefanowicz at the free throw line. Finds it into the corner for Kane. Kane pulls up from the baseline. No good. Rebound still loose. Fossen couldn't handle it. And it's finally won away by Chaska after Jalen Kane gave an effort at it. But the Hawks will hustle back down and set things up. Nicholson straight away, a triple. Everything going right in this second half for Chaska.
Yeah, he was clapping for the ball. He wanted that one. That's his third of the game. And he's got a good sweat going on top of the head, too. He's been playing hard.
Illegal screen. Andy Stefanowicz, the freshman, called for the illegal screen, I believe. And it is the fifth foul of the half on Minnetonka. A couple of subs for Bryce Tesdell. We'll see Chase McPherson back onto the floor, as well as the freshman Will Keppen. So Minnetonka going, once again, inexperienced here in a big situation.
Well, the experience isn't working right now, so it's like, okay, let's see what we got from this next group. And really, I would love to see some minutes down the stretch from Jordan Kane, Jalen's brother, who's had a phenomenal JV season as a freshman.
Vince Brown taps it in from about 10 feet. And with 9.5 to play, it's 51-34.
I see a lot of dunk videos on Twitter from Jordan, so.
I've got one from today for you.
Yeah.
Foss from the corner for three, no good. Yes, Jordan Kane did have a dunk at the end of the JV game.
Okay.
We have video of it, actually. Brett Johnson, our top man producer, was recording the end of that JV game. It was a good battle. Minnetonka eventually prevailed. But with 9:08 to play here in the varsity game, same cannot be said. Chaska with a handle on the Skippers here, 53-34. Again, Ryan Paul, Eric Krauscher with you. If you're from the Southwest Metro area, be sure to follow Eric on Twitter, @ChanChaska Sport. Subscribe to the local Chaska Herald, Chanhassen Villager, whatever your local news source is in the Southwest Metro. Eric's covering it. Nicholson steps into another one. This one's for three, and it's good. Wow. Not much else you can say about this second half for Chaska.
He's definitely passed his 20 points from a career high from the other night. And, you know, what a fun night to have it, because his brother Cole is in the building watching.
Cole, class of 2019. Chaska Hawk holds the single game scoring record with 51 points in a game versus Cooper back in 2019. We had that one here. You were here for that one, weren't you?
Yeah, he would catch the ball at the top of the key, and I'll never forget the one kid, Bankhead, who just kept putting his he could put it. Cole would just go right by him and score, and he just put his hands up like
Cooper big man,
Jamari Bankhead, I think it was, and he just had no chance of stopping him. And they threw everything at him that night to try to stop it. I'm going to go 24-25 maybe.
Have a couple spectators coming up to ask us some questions. We need an on-air light, for goodness
I
sake.
should have. I should be keeping stats. I did it the one game, and
We need Owen Slindy to come out and do some stats for us. Obviously, you joined them last night for the Chaska Chan boys hockey game. Check out the Chan broadcasting crew's Twitter for all their broadcasts. They do a great job over there just across the border. Stefanowicz, who's had a solid second half, pulls up from the baseline for 2.
Yeah, I mean, I remarked last night, it's such a great thing that what we got going here and what they got going there. You know, a lot of times you're paying for these streams at different schools, and because of sponsors and because of, you know, the work of students and stuff like that, you know, these events have been brought free of charge for most of the Chaska and Chanhassen teams, and so just a great thing for the community. I know people watch at home with the basketball games, you know, on cable, and so it sure has been fun.
Ball's tapped out of bounds. It'll stay with Minnetonka. To that note, I want to give a shout out to my grandfather, Opadi. Just had his 85th birthday, watching out from Las Vegas. I can imagine. We've had pretty good weather here lately, Eric, but I can't imagine what it's like out there.
I saw the Black Hills was going to be 60 this week, so I'm guessing it's even warmer out there.
Still golfing out there. Conversation
at
being
85?
At 85, he's definitely still golfing.
Job.
Yep.
All right.
Still bowls. He's in top shape. Hope someday I can be golfing at 85.
That's when I'm going to start, I think.
Durenberger back in the game with 4 fouls. Wing 3 from Chibutaru. That doesn't fall. Minnetonka really struggling. Their top 2 scorers, Chibutaru and Kane, really struggling outside tonight. Frick from the corner. It's tax season, Eric.
I haven't heard that one in a few weeks.
Death taxes and Jack Frick from the corner. Down low. No shot called. Durenberger's shot won't call, and they won't go, and they call a foul on the floor. There was some holding on the wing. It's against Nicholson, his second. Baseline inbound coming.
I don't think anybody even asked Nicholson how he's doing, but he gave a thumbs up and said, I'm still good on this game.
He doesn't want to sub.
No, why would you want to come out right now?
Right. Career night for Brady Nicholson after having 20 on Tuesday in Benilde. Over that mark here tonight. Congestion at the top of the key. Chibutaru. Entry pass for Durenberger against Nicholson. Good defense with a hand in his face. The 6'9" Chaska junior forces an empty possession with under 6 to play. Strazzani to Frick. Catch and shoot. Just off. Rebound by Chibutaru. 5.5 to play here.
Another steal from
Pocket picked. Gets to Strazzani to the hole for 2. Jeez. What a half for this Dana Coleman-led Chaska Hawks team. Looking like they're on their way to the 11th victory of the season, their 5th in a row. Bank shot from Stefanowicz goes, and his hot hand continues. You look at your watch because it's just approaching the top of the hour here, and
they might still be open some places, the banks.
We started 10 minutes early here, which you never see.
Like I said, everyone wants to get outside and enjoy that nice weather, so let's just keep it rolling here.
Usually they will wait until 7, or I guess today, 1 o'clock to start. Maddox Foss checks out to a round of applause. His most significant minutes of the year so far came this afternoon.
I don't know how many 6:55 football starts we've had with Bob Downs and in the fall. So you always know it's going to be on time for the most part here at Chaska High School.
Stefanowicz from the corner, no good. Gets skies for the board and corrals it for Chaska. 4.5 to play. Gets pushing ahead. Stefanowicz, his prominence in the second half continues, forcing ahead for Kane up off the glass for 2.
Yeah, and really good things from him. I mean, he's had some big games. I know the first game against Hopkins, he had a huge game in their upset win. And so, I say with a lot of these sports, if a kid is ready at the freshman level, play him. They're going to take some lumps. I think you wrote that he had 0 in the game against Eden Prairie, and so, that's going to happen. But you develop at this level. You don't develop playing 9th grade, 10th grade ball, and so if the kid's got talent, give him a chance.
You don't see too many undersized freshmen averaging double digits at the varsity level as Nicholson banks at home once again. But this kid's had 2 26-point nights this year, and that's really impressive from a 6-foot freshman.
Yeah, he's obviously a great shooter if he can do that, because again, he is undersized, he's skinny and stuff like that. But you give him a couple years, and he's gonna be doing some great things here in the Lake Conference.
Vlad Chibutaru to the rack for 2 points, and we have a stoppage as Kane needs to reknot his shoes. 3:27 reads the clock here. 22-point Chaska lead. Statement win for Chaska tonight. Obviously, it's a Minnetonka team that's struggling, but oh geez, late substitution. This might be a technical foul. We'll see what happens here. I would say they just let this go.
Just let it go.
Yeah. There's no point in assessing a technical here. They know what they did wrong. Looks like we're just going to have a talking to. Bryce Tesdall going to speak to our referee here. And
we're going to let him
allow the sub in.
It's a 22.
And Eric, who you spoke of earlier, Jordan Kane, number 55, is in the game. Had a flashy dunk at the end of the JV game.
I get a feeling he's not going to be wearing 55 next year. He's going to get one of those single-digit numbers.
And a brief discussion.
Yeah,
Explanation to
they're
Dana
explaining
Coleman.
that it generally would be a technical foul for having 6 players on the court, but in this situation, let's just play on.
3:17 to go. 22-point Hawks lead. Eric and Ryan with you here. Kristen Nicholson, Edina Real Estate, Chaska Hawks Broadcast Network. Eric, when we get a sec, let's talk about that Chaska Hopkins girls game next week, and Brady Nicholson checks in. Next Thursday will be the game of the year in girls basketball. We'll have it right here on WatchCHBN.com. Number 1 in the nation, Hopkins Royals, come to town, and the currently ranked number 3 Chaska Hawks, who just had a big win over Wayzata last night. Eric, you think they are worthy of the number 2 spot in Class 4A?
Well, I mean, yeah, Chaska conference schedule has not been great. But they own a road win at Wayzata. They own a home win against Minnetonka. Come on, pace setter rankings. Let's just move them up to number 2, so we can get a 1 versus 2, matchup on Thursday, and that's going to be so much fun. Really, really excited to watch those teams battle again for Chaska. And this team that they have, they really, really want to go far. This is who you play, right? This is why you put Hopkins on the schedule. And I know 2 years ago in AAU ball or whatever, club ball, they played, minus Paige Beckers, and Chaska won. So we'll see if that can translate to the high school game. But, yeah, it's going to be a lot of fun to watch. Probably 2 teams are going to be undefeated.
Chaska 12-0 right now. I believe they have Jefferson early next week.
Yeah, they have them Tuesday.
Matthew Paul posting up down low, can't get it to fall. Bugan there for the rebound, and his shot goes in. So Chaska's seniors come in, and Tyler Bugan gets the tap back for 2.
Who's bouncing on up and down over there? 3 seniors, Fawson and Schaefer and Getz jumping up and down when he made it.
Fade away from Kane. Jordan Kane, that is, number 55. Bugan to LeSueur on the far side. 2 minutes to play here. Grant Atkinson, who got the start on senior night, is in the game and has it up top.
Wasn't that great? He got the opening bucket of the game. And
skip pass down low. LeSueur for 3. It's an air ball, though. Rebound by Jordan Kane, the freshman. 6'1", pushes up ahead for Kellogg, who tries from the wing. That's short. And Kane couldn't handle the rebound. Goes out of bounds, Chaska ball. Walker Liu into the game for the Skippers. Kane's night is over. Bit of a disappointing night for the Minnetonka sophomore. A bit disappointing night for the Skippers all around, but the leading scorer held to under 15. Paul outside, Atkinson for 3. That's good. Grant Atkinson, the big man, senior for 3.
back in the day, a 6'7" guy would have not been shooting 3, but welcome to basketball 2021.
Kellogg's floater no good. Paul the rebound, pushing ahead for number 22. That's Dawson Reef. Paul posting up with the right, left it short. Loose rebound found out for Minnetonka. Under a minute to play here, and Chaska's on their way to their 11th victory of the year. Loose ball outside. Jordan Kane for three with a hand in his face. No good. Ball still loose, and finally the Chaska Hawks in all black come away with it. Paul in the corner. Takes the baseline.
Oh, you got to shoot that kid.
LeSueur passed up a three. Down low, Paul finds LeSueur once again, stepping in. No good. 25 ticks left between Chaska, and that was a travel, but we're going to let him play on. Kane driving through.
Oh, he wanted the dunk.
The only problem was Grant Atkinson, the 6'7" senior, was in his way. Otherwise, I think he would have had one.
There's probably not a lot of 6'7" guys to block his shot in JV.
He's listed at 6'1", but he can definitely throw it down. We saw it in the JV game. He's going to the free throw line for two shots here. 16 seconds left. First free throw, no good. Big win for Chaska here tonight. They're 5th in a row. Moved to 4-0 in section play this regular season.
Who do they have Tuesday? They have somebody?
Jefferson.
Yeah, Jefferson. So clinch, if a win, they will clinch at least a share of the title, Metro West Conference title. Cooper also with one loss, 2 games left.
Hawks looking for their 34th conference title in school history.
I might have to steal that one for, that's a heck of a find there.
Dana Coleman, a 6-time conference champion in his 16 years. Went to state once back in 2016. Hawks looking to do it again this year. Currently, Shakopee and Chaska, the top two in Section 2-4A, as the pull-up at the horn is no good from Frank Simonson. Chaska with a 73-47 non-conference win here on Saturday afternoon from the Hawks Nest, and Dana Coleman's squad moves to 11-3 on the year with a tough stretch coming up.
Yeah, I mean, obviously any win against a section opponent's really good, but the way they did it, you know, it comes seeding time, and Coach Tedsdall's going to say that's a heck of a Chaska team right there. And so just another big win for Chaska, but like you said, there's some work to do. Eden Prairie is always a great opponent, and so that'll be a really fun game. But don't forget Jefferson. You know, it's a team that's really given them a battle throughout the year. Another section opponent, so a couple section games to go this week for Chaska.
Hawks a chance to clinch a share of the Metro West Conference on Tuesday. We will be back here Tuesday night at 7. Hawks versus Jefferson. Here, watch CHBN.com, and then Eric, Thursday night of next week, Chaska and Hopkins in a number 1 versus number 3 girls matchup. The game of the year coming up here on Thursday. Watch CHBN.com.
Well, we hope that, you know, Chaska knocks off Hopkins. Maybe since they're ranked number 1 in ESPN's poll, they call you on Thursday night, Friday morning, and hey, can we get a little tape of that? A game-winning Kaylee Van Epp shot or something like that. So
we've been featured on NHL Network, but nothing for basketball.
Well, come on, let's go. It's gonna come out. You know, we're gonna need Chaska to do it.
Hawks and Skippers finished up here tonight. Chaska with a 73-47 victory. The undefeated Chaska girls team will be here on Thursday night, but not before Tuesday evening, a Metro West Conference battle between the boys and Jefferson. Eric, it's been a pleasure having you on this afternoon. We'll see you next week.
Absolutely, man.
Appreciate you guys tuning in tonight. For Eric Krauscher, Brett Johnson, I'm Ryan Paul. Saying so long from Chaska High School tonight. The Hawks win 5 in a row, and